Welcome to this week's virtual Drasha. This week we have the incredible privilege to read Parshas Ki Sisa. And the parsha begins with a discussion of the collection of the Machzis HaShekel, the collection of the half shekel. And the half shekel served a variety of purposes. On one hand, the half shekel was used to conduct a census. The half shekel was also used, the silver of the half shekalim was used to create the adonim, the sockets, into which the walls of the Mishkan fit into. And lastly, of course, the Machzis HaShekel served as an atonement for the sin of the golden calf, for the Chet HaEgel. And the Torah says, this is in Perek Lamed Pasuk Yud Gimel, chapter 30, verse 13, Ze yitnu kala over ala pekudim machatzis HaShekel. This is what you should give, this is what they shall give, kala over ala pekudim. Now we translate kala over ala pekudim, ultimately those who are counted. Pakud means to go ahead and be counted. So those who are counted should give Machzis HaShekel, a half shekel. Okay, a relatively straightforward pasuk, but there is a beautiful interpretation by the Slonim Rebbe, the Nesiva Shalom, and he interprets the pasuk in a dramatically different way. Ze yitnu kala over ala pekudim. See, pekudim doesn't just mean to be counted. Pekudei Hashem Yishar Mesechem. Pekudim also refers to laws. So says the Nesiva Shalom something so beautiful. So pekudim refers to mitzvos, refers to laws. Ze yitnu kala over ala pekudim. There are people in life who are over ala pekudim. To be over ala pekudim means they transgress. I violate, I pass through the pekudim. I don't listen to the mitzvahs. I don't adhere to halacha. I don't listen to what HaKadosh Baruch Hu asks of me. The truth is, it happens to all of us. There are times when I am in compliance with the will of God, and there are times that I simply am not. So what am I able to give? What do I have when I violate the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? What is it that I have to offer when I am over al hapekudim? I have transgressed the mitzvos, transgressed the Torah. What is it that I have to give? And the Rebbe says so beautifully, what do you have? Machzis. What you have is a half. What does it mean to have a half? Listen to the words of the Rebbe. Leiv chatzui v'shavor l'resisa mirov miriros. Sometimes all I have in life, says the Rebbe, is a half of the whole. Sometimes all I have is a piece. Sometimes all I have is a broken heart. You see, in life there are times when we mess up and we make mistakes. And as nice as it is to say that you could always fix your mistakes, you could always right the wrongs, you could always put back the pieces, sometimes you can't, or at least you can't immediately. And so in the aftermath of life mistakes, in the aftermath of over ala pekudim, of transgressing the will and the laws of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm left with a Machzis HaShekel. I'm left with a half shekel. I'm left with a broken heart. So what do you do with a broken heart? What do you do when you realize in life that I've messed up and I can't immediately rectify or remedy the situation? What do I do? And then Nesiva Shalom says so beautifully, what should you do with it? Ze yitnu. Give that broken heart to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Give that half shekel, give that Machzis HaShekel, give that broken piece of yourself to the Ribono Shalom. And what the Nesiva Shalom is teaching us is such an incredibly beautiful and profound idea, which is that sometimes all you could offer in life to the Ribono Shalom is your broken heart. But what that broken heart represents is a desire to do more and a desire to be more. Sometimes in life I'm in a state where I've made a mistake. I recognize I've messed up, but there's nothing I can do in the moment to fix that which is broken, except I want to be better. I want to be more. I desire to get back on the right course in life. And sometimes we erroneously think that desire to want to be more, to want to do more is meaningless. Who cares what you want? What matters is what you do. And there are times in life that that's true. There are times in life that what you feel matters very little and what you do matters the most. But there are times in life where because of circumstances, maybe I can't do anything. Maybe I can't fix things. I can't right the wrongs. And in those moments, the ability to take a broken heart, a heart that is filled with remorse, but just as important as remorse is a heart that is filled with a desire to do better, to do bigger, to do more in the future. When I take that heart and I give that over to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when I take those broken pieces that again are filled with remorse, but are also simultaneously filled with a desire to do better in the future, Zeh Yitnu, that's meaningful in the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch Hu as well. When we make mistakes in life and we're a little bit paralyzed because we're overwhelmed by the enormity of the wrong turns we have made. So sometimes we're able to engage in course correcting activity immediately, and that's our mandate and that's our mission. Sometimes I can't. There's nothing I can do. But I could take the broken pieces. I could take the machzis hashekel. I could take my broken heart that is filled with remorse, but is also filled with resolve. Remorse and resolve. I feel bad for that which I've done, for that which I've transgressed, but I'm filled with resolve to do better in the future. Says the Slalom Rebbe, Zeh Yitnu kala over ala pekudim. When I transgress, when I mess up, when I make mistakes, what can I give Hashem? Machzis. Give him that broken heart that is filled with remorse and filled with resolve. And sometimes that's the most beautiful donation you can make to the Ribbono Shel Olam. May be Zochem Mirz Hashem that when we make mistakes, to find the courage to engage in course correcting activity. But in those moments where we are not able, for whatever the reason, to engage in dynamic course correcting activity, let us give HaKadosh Baruch Hu the next best thing, a heart that is filled with remorse for what has happened and resolve to do better in the future. Wishing everyone a beautiful Erev Shabbos and a Guten Shabbos Kodesh.